Don't you see, little moth? This is what you need. What you deserve. Why try to run? You know I'll find you again. I've waited for you before. I've searched for you before. I've watched you. And I've made you mine. And I'll do it all over again if I have to. You can't stop me. You have no power to stop me. You're just a mundane little human who couldn't even resist my spell if you wanted to. But we both know you don't want to. Stop struggling, my love. It's pointless. You don't want to run. Not really. You can't pretend anymore. You know it's true. You love me. And you can't hold out anymore. What do you even have left to go back to anyway? Selfish friends who put their happiness over your own. Family you don't even talk to anymore. We could start a new life together. You'll remember me again and forget all about that pathetic little life you've been living without me. Do you even know how to take care of yourself anymore? It's been so long since you've had to move, or breathe, or even think without me there to guide you. You need me. And now you have me. Why give that up? I take care of you, make sure you eat, help you sleep. I felt your body relax under the touch of my hands, in your hair, on your skin. I felt the comfort that I bring you when we hold each other. You're already mine. And you are always mine. So why fight it? Just let your mind slip away. Let it open up and be the perfect vessel for my love.
Dreamer?
A perfect puppet obeying my every direction.
Where are you?
Give in, little moth.
Dreamer?
Accept your fate.
Hey, it's just me, Calea. I'm here. It's okay. Come. Let's get you out of here. That was some creepy shit, Buttercup. Are you okay? Okay. Well, take some time to get your bearings. No. I only stepped in because I sensed you were having another nightmare. Like I said, that feed in your car earlier was enough for me. I just wish it was enough to stop them from happening. But I can't prevent you from having nightmares of your own. Or anyone else's, apparently. Huh? Hang on. I think you're waking up. We can pick this up where we left off on the other side. Morning, Buttercup. Yeah, no, the sun won't be up for a while. But it is technically morning. How are you feeling? Yeah, sorry. After everything that happened tonight, I guess I just felt better keeping an eye out for you. make sure nothing else happened while I was away from your dreams. But clearly that plan was doomed from the start. Huh? Oh, right. We were interrupted before I got to explain. Well, it's weird. I mean, not much weirder than the other weird stuff we've already encountered. But when I first got there, I couldn't find you. That's never happened to me before, with anyone's dreams I visited. I don't know what it means for sure, but for a second, it felt like I was in two dreamscapes at once. That nightmare you had, it belonged to someone else. I just know it. Could you feel it? Maybe a sense of detachment from everything happening in the dream around you or something? Well, based on how the threshold in that cathedral reacted to our presence, I think it's pretty safe to assume that whatever's got me stuck in your dreams has something to do with the thresholds. Before that apparition showed up, I noticed that the limina in the space seemed affected, warped at points in the flow of magical energy. Then we saw those remnants of some sort of ritual that had been done there. The candles, the casting circle with ancient fey runes instead of human sigils. I'm positive that whatever they did left that mark on the threshold and caused the blackout that happened in the city almost 30 years ago. I bet we'll find a similar mark at the threshold by the creek. No, that park is way too public for the Bureau to let something like that stay out in the open. I doubt we'll find any evidence like we did in the old church. The park was crawling with Bureau agents last time I tried to check it out. If anything magical was found, they definitely would have taken it and covered it up. But I still think I should investigate it. Confirm that hunch. Yeah. I guess I assumed you wouldn't want to get near another threshold after what happened to you tonight. And I don't exactly want to put you through that again either. I can look into it for both of us, and keep you posted if you... But I can't prevent them from happening, Dreamer. I barely have a clue what caused it. Well, yes, I was able to get you away from it, but why risk... I appreciate your trust, but are you sure you... Okay. Well, in that case, you can come along to check out the threshold with me. If you're feeling up for it. You look really tired. Why don't you try going back to sleep? We can talk about this in the morning. No, the actual morning. You know, the time of day when the sun is in the sky and the stars and moon go bye-bye. You can't sleep? Oh, you're worried about having another nightmare. I understand. Well, how about this? If you end up having another nightmare, I'll be here and hop in the moment I suspect something is off, and I'll pull you out of it. Okay, good. Huh? Sorry. It's probably awkward seeing me in here while you try to get to bed. Do you need me to make myself sparse? I can still feel if you're having a nightmare from a distance if you need. Oh, that's not it. Did you need something else, Dreamer? Oh. No. Fae don't need sleep in the same way humans do. I mean, we can sleep, but the experience is a bit different than how it works for your kind. How? You don't want me to go into technical aspects, Buttercup. It's not that interesting. Well, how is talking to me about Fae stuff gonna help you get to sleep? Okay. I guess if it gives your mind something to distract yourself with, I can try to answer some of your questions. So, Fae can sleep, but we don't need it to recharge our energy. Most Fae don't see any value in the activity. We don't dream in the same way. But Mara like me and other Fae who feed through dreamscapes are able to cast ourselves into human dreams and change them. So that's about as close to any of us get to sleeping like a human. Most Fae don't get to experience dreams at all. Yeah, I guess I'm lucky. Sort of. Huh? Oh. We don't have to get into that right now. This is supposed to be relaxing for you. Is talking about this stuff even working? Well, I'm glad, but I don't think this subject is really appropriate for bedtime ramblings. How about I tell you a story or something instead? I hear that works for human children. It can't be much different from... You're really stubborn, you know. But fine. It's just... I hate that this is happening to you. And I hate that I'm causing this. Sleep shouldn't be something you're afraid of. I mean, sure, nightmares happen to most people every now and then, but it shouldn't be an every night ordeal. That's torture. And I hate that all I seem to be able to do is cause you suffering. I'm sorry, Dreamer. No, you don't have to comfort me. I don't deserve... what are you... Oh. Thank you. This is nice. No, I don't tend to be on the receiving end of many hugs, if you can believe it. I never wanted this. No, not the hug. I mean, to be this way. I've met other Mara, nightmares who go their whole existences without ever questioning how they feed. And sometimes I wish I could be as carefree about it as they were. But watching humans suffer because of me always felt awful. So I took my time in choosing which dreams to enter, looking for nightmares where they were already in progress, because at least that way I could alleviate a distress I never caused. Any Mara who knew what I was doing thought I was being stupid, missing out on opportunities to create nightmares myself over something that humans wouldn't even be aware of come morning. And they didn't think it was healthy. So I kept it to myself. And eventually, that turned into keeping to myself entirely. I chose not to spend a lot of time around humans because it was easier that way, putting distance between me and them, so when it came time to feed on their nightmares, I didn't have to think too hard about them being people. And I was able to flip between nightmares without sticking around too long to think about it. That first night I realized that I was pulled back into your dreamscape. I was terrified. I caused a nightmare. And I'd continue to cause them every time I needed to feed while you were asleep. Those first 2 weeks, I tried everything I could think of to resist the strings pulling me into your dreamscape. But no matter how much magic I used, no matter how much I tried to keep from feeding, nothing I did could stop it. If I hadn't fed and you were asleep, I was pulled in. And every single nightmare that I had to watch forced me to learn things about you that made me feel worse. Because it was obvious that you were a good person, and you didn't deserve any of this. Thank you. I still can't believe how patient you've been despite everything. I promise we're gonna figure out a way to undo all of this. I don't care what it takes. Here, why don't we try something I know will work? I can put you to sleep with my magic. No, I won't enter your dreams unless I need to keep another nightmare at bay. This spell will just help relax you and make you fall asleep. I'm gonna need to get a little closer, just to make sure that this is actually restful sleep and doesn't just knock you out. Is that okay? Okay. Just take my hand for a moment and close your eyes. There we go. Now, I'm gonna send my magic through your body to help soothe and relax you. You're gonna feel the warmth from my hand rippling up your arms and throughout the rest of you until you feel like you're floating in a warm light. Weightless, warm, and safe. You're doing great. Just relax into that feeling and think about somewhere you'd like to be. You don't have to think too hard about it. Just whatever that place is, let it come to you naturally. Find yourself somewhere that feels like home. Let it take shape in your dreams.